You probably know Vistaprint for business cards because we printed them for millions of small businesses over the past 25 years. We also print signs, stickers.
Get ready for the show, it's about to begin. Pro fan talk where we dive right in. Sports talk, hot takes, ain't nothing we lack. We the real fans, nothing holding us back. Mic check, 1, 2, y'all know the drill. We bringing the energy, we keep it real. Touchdowns on liquid air, on the slam dunks on the court. Every sport, every game, we holding down the fort. We breaking down the plays, dissecting the stats. Pro fan talk, we keeping it fat. Debating with passion, no filter, no doubt. We the voice of the fans, we scream and we shout.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? That's Pro Fan Talk. What's good with you? Coming at you at halftime. What's up, Carlos? Checking out this game. Just figured I'd jump on live real quick at halftime. This is a game about who can be the ugliest last. Again, you know, Indiana is not playing great. They got spurts, and then they beef it up. And when I say beef it up, I mean like screw it up. And just let Vegas go on these runs. And sometimes it was a bad turnover. Sydney Colson had 2 bad turnovers. I think she had one where she tried to force the ball down low in the paint to Natasha Howard, and Asia Wilson was right there. It just wasn't a smart pass, but plays like that, and it's like I'm looking at. I'm like, what are y'all thinking about? What, like, why would you make that pass? But this goes right in hand with what I say. Every time Indiana loses a game, it ain't automatically Stephanie White's fault, because I guarantee you, Stephanie White ain't coaching some of the shit that they doing on the floor. She's not. When's the last time you saw Kelsey Mitchell and Sydney Colson run into each other coming off a pick? They literally ran into each other. So normally, because and let me just give you some context on that, because we used to have situations like that where playing football, you might have a play, and it might be a situation where the running backs have to cross, or who goes first and who goes next, different things like that. Most plays, it's all about timing. Even in football, it's all about timing. If I'm a running back and I beat my pulling guard to the hole, my timing is off, and I beat him to the hole and I get my head blowed off. That's not on the offensive guard. That's me, because I didn't let the timing happen. I didn't let the guard get through the hole, clear it, and I run behind them and make the cut. That's the same thing that happens on basketball court. The timing's got to be everything. I guarantee you, they've run that play how many times this year? They could probably run that play in practice with their eyes closed. How come tonight they run into each other? That ain't Stephanie White's fault. Kelsey Mitchell getting open threes, shots not falling tonight. That ain't Stephanie White's fault. Who had Sophie Cunningham shooting 50-something% from 3 the last 4 or 5 games and being the best 3-point shooter on the team? Who had that on their bingo card? Nobody. So you got to move things around, and you got to get shuffling around. I still don't understand. Aaliyah Boston's got a nice little turnaround jumper that she can hit from 8 to 10 feet anywhere around the basket, but she don't do it. And I've counted twice today where she got the ball down low, and it's like, use your power and go up and draw the foul on Asia Wilson. She won't do it. She won't do it. She passes it off to the baseline, and either Kelsey's over there, or I think one time Sophie was over there. I think Sophie got a shot off one time. Kelsey did not. But being in a situation like that, you do bring everybody over, but you giving it up, and it only works when they make the shot from the baseline. That's the hardest shot in basketball, making that baseline 3. So I wish Aaliyah would give her a move and like spin move on her and come back the other way and just go to the bucket and go straight up with it. Not keep trying to pass it off. Or if you're going to do a fadeaway jumper, just make it a good shot. Just make it a good shot. So, Aaliyah is 3 for 8. Kelsey is 2 for 10. She's not shooting well. Aaliyah's not shooting well. Natasha Howard, they need to get her the ball in the middle some more. Sophie Cunningham, she made her threes. And I thought she was 2 for 3, not 1 for 2. I'm mistaken. Maybe she had a long 2. But she hasn't taken any more shots. She's 2 for 3 from the floor. That's it. So she's taking 3 shots. Kelsey Mitchell is taking the bulk of the shots, but her shots are not falling right now. They're not falling. So you got to come up with another answer. You got to start getting to the bucket, getting to the glass. But you just got to control it, because you know how Kelsey Mitchell is. Kelsey Mitchell be flying. She can't nobody hang with her speed, but you got to be able to control it when you lay it off the glass. Ari McDonald's only got 1 shot off. She's 1-on-1. Lexi Hall's taking 1 shot. Lexi Hall's only plays 6.5 minutes, 6 minutes, 20 seconds. Sydney Colson, 2 for 5. Okay. But we got to stop with them turnovers. Sydney Colson got 5 turnovers in the first half. 5. You can't have that. Demiris Dantas has played less than 2 minutes. Good grief. Michaela Timpson, and then, Brianna Turner and Caitlin Clark hurt. Jackie Young's got 13 points. Asia Wilson's got 12 points. Melissa Smith, Jewel Lloyd, Chelsea Gray, Kirsten Bell, they all got 4 each, but everybody's getting involved. But again, Jackie Young and Asia Wilson is leading the pack. If you can, they do a good job of denying Asia Wilson sometimes, and they get her trying to move so fast that she's got to change her shot. But she's 45% from the floor. She getting it done. 15 minutes, 12 points. She getting it done. Same thing with Jackie Young. 5 for 7 from the floor. Her jump shots are falling. Her drives are falling. Everybody wants to, and this is, I don't know, I guess this is the soapbox I'm standing on. I can't, when I watch this game, I'm not blaming this on Stephanie White. I can't. Because there's too many opportunities, and the same thing keeps happening. We get a defensive stop, and we don't convert the offense on the other side, and that kills us. That kills us. And then they go on a 10-2 run or something like that. You gotta be 40 or 50% when you get open shots. When you get open shots, I'm not talking about contested. I'm not talking about a great shot with somebody's hand in your face. I'm talking about open shots. You ran the play did what it was supposed to do, and you had somebody sitting in the corner or sitting on the 3-quarter spot behind a 3, and they get an open look and a good shot off, and it just doesn't fall. Kelsey Mitchell done had 2 shots that's done literally went into the rim and rolled out. Tonight's just not the night. 2 for 10 in the first half. It bees like that sometimes when you a shooter, but you got to find other ways to get score. Yes, those Stranger Things jerseys are fire, and I'm a Stranger Things fan, so yes, I definitely want to get one of those. I want to see if I can find a golf shirt. So we'll see. But yeah, man. I mean, as bad as they look, and I say this all the time, it's a 6-point game. This is a 2-possession game. So they're not out of the game. They just got to do some things a little bit better. They're looking scatterbrained out there. But at the end of the day, for me, they just got to hit their open shots. Point, period, end of paragraph. It ain't that complicated. They're gonna match up pretty much even with the defense, and I think we're a better defensive team than Las Vegas. However, when you make a stop on defense and you come down the court and you launch a bad 3, or you beef it, or you turn the ball over after making the defensive stop, that just kills your momentum. And then they go back to the other side. Now you on defense again, and they score. Now you done gave them a 4-point swing. So I don't know, just stuff like that, man. Just You know, that's the stuff that I see on the court. That ain't a Stephanie White thing. That ain't a Caitlin Clark thing. Caitlin Clark would have no bearing if she was in this game right now, especially if they missing open shots. Caitlin makes great passes and great assists, but you can only have an assist if the person you pass the ball to makes her shot. That's the only way you get an assist. So I don't think there's any. Um, what's the difference between getting a pass from Caitlin Clark and or Kelsey Mitchell, Sydney Colson, Ari McDonald, anybody? If you get the pass in your hands, you got to make the shot. So um, I don't know what they got to do. I don't know what they got to do. They're still in this game. Las Vegas is not doing anything out of the ordinary. Asia Wilson is just okay, but you know what? Asia Wilson kind of getting on my nerves too, because for all of that stuff, she talk about everybody else flopping. Every time she bitching to the refs about fouls that she ain't getting. So miss me with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They want to talk big about everybody else getting whistles, and then you had a span of about 4 or 5 minutes, and they had like 4 or 5 fouls or something goofy like that. It was like they was like blowing the whistle like every 20 seconds, it seemed like. So miss me with the stuff about everybody, getting the Caitlin Clark whistle and all that, because all of that shit got to stop because Caitlin Clark ain't on the court. So you can't blame it on her. You cannot blame it on her. So they've been calling this ticky tack on both sides. So what you gonna do now? So, but I don't know what they doing, man. I don't know what they doing. They, I don't know. I saw all the nonsense with the people going after Kelsey Mitchell's sister and all of that for the tweets, and it's like, what's that gonna do to her on the floor? Not a damn thing. Chelsea Mitchell don't make no passes, set no picks. So what they gonna do? So miss me with that bullshit. I'm at this point, we are in the second half of the season, and you trying to figure out what you got to do to make your run to get to the playoffs. That's the only thing they need to be focusing on. That's it right now. Stephanie White, in my opinion, I don't see nothing wrong with her play calling. None of that. To me, it's pure execution. When they execute, everything goes the way it's supposed to go. When they hit their shots, everything goes the way it's supposed to go. To me, they still playing halfway decent defense. They always play good defense. They just got to capitalize it and get them shots to fall. That's what they got to do. That's what they got to do. So that's all I wanted to say, man. Let me get back to this game, and I'll probably be streaming after the game is over, probably around 10 or 10:30 tonight. So hope to see y'all then. I'm gonna be out, and I streamed this from Pro Fan Hoops. I know some people are in Pro Fan Talk, but I started this stream from Pro Fan Hoops, and got talk involved. So I'm gonna do that tonight on Pro Fan Hoops. So I hope to see y'all then. Sometime after the game, about 10 o'clock. I'll let you later. Back to the game. Peace.